hold me. Dude, my fucking baseball team learned about my podcast.
Oh, have any of them listened to it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they all call me Tigger because I wore a Tigger to...
Oh, they saw that too?
Yeah.
You have these kids on Snapchat, dude?
No, so what happened...
That's dangerous.
When I was on the team, there was a kid named... Actually, I'll leave his name out. Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay. So we played on the team together. So he was a younger kid. Now he's 19.
Oh, I think... Did I meet him?
Yeah, we went golfing with
Okay.
him. Yeah, so he's on the team now. And so, we're good buddies. He's on the Snapchat and he saw it and he showed everyone. And so it spread like wildfire between everyone. But,
Is he a player?
Yeah.
And he's 19?
Uh-huh.
Is this the JV team?
Well, he's on the team. He's on varsity, obviously.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
But the word spreads fast when your coach is dressed up in a onesie, I guess.
That'll happen.
That does happen. It was funny though. It humanizes you, right? Like you get to be on a like relational level with the players. They think like, oh, if I work hard, he worked hard and he still has fun. I can have fun. Whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that though. We had one of the is a graduate assistant for track when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
He would like play cards with us and stuff. And I don't know like if something else happened, but like the coach did not like that and he got fired. So
no. I mean,
I don't think anything else happened. She just didn't like that he was hanging out with us, like
no, but like
doing that.
Again, I don't want to use names, but like the head coach, he has a kid on the team,
Mm-hmm.
and like everyone, they're great. Everyone loves everyone. I am so happy to be part of it's just great. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're having fun with that.
Yeah,
You guys had
fucking-
practice tonight. How'd that go?
It was good. It's, I mean, like these early season practices are a little tough because you're screaming, but no one can hear you because it's so dang windy and it's cold. So everyone's tighten up. Everyone's getting these little like tweaky injuries. So we can't push too hard. But the kids are giving it their 100. And like we just did mass fungo today. So I probably hit like 500 ground balls.
Oh, nice.
And let me tell you, when you used to get a bad ground ball from your coach because they can't hit fungo, you're like, Jesus Christ, this is your job. But I get it now. I struggle a little bit. Like, I've got young kids and I've got old kids, and like sometimes one of the younger kids will step up and I'll just absolutely lace one at him and it'll eat him up on a short hop or whatever. And I kind of feel bad because like no 14-year-old's going to hit a ball that hard.
No, you can't. You can't back down. You got to go. Why did you miss that? You're so bad. Get
better. Get there.
You got to be hard ass on them. Even if it's like you can't admit any mistakes. You got to deflect. Always deflect. That's what I've learned.
You can never have them question your authority.
It's actually pretty funny because we have such a like natural good cop, bad cop on the JV team. And again, I won't name names, but the fellow coach, sick guy, super knowledgeable about baseball. But he's a little bit more hard assy, right? Like if you're dicking off, it's like push-ups, lap, pull, something. And for me, I'm like chopping it up with them. And so they kind of know we're not letting it slide, but like they know when they can kind of like have a fun little personality or when it's like, yeah, it's okay. We're serious right now, but it's fun. It's a good time, dude.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, we had I don't know. I like totally blinked there. My bad.
You're fine.
I don't know. When we go to get this started though.
Let's do it.
Greetings and welcome to episode 9 of the Mick Mac Joe podcast. Mick, Joe, how we doing?
We're doing really, really good. The mental's been great. The physical has not been though.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're lacking in the gym a little bit, but that is that will change. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna find out how we can get a little bit more disciplined in the gym, and then once I get that infinity stone, I'll be completely ready to rock and roll. But we've been doing good. Everything's good.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Love to hear that for the fella. I'm doing all right. I guess I'll make this announcement right now. We're not going to have an episode next week because I'm going to be in Mexico.
Woo!
So we will not be recording next
Mexico.
week. So we got this is like an island episode. We had Well, I would say we had nothing last week, but we had 4 inches, 4 hosts. And if you listen to that, I'm sorry. That was my brothers and their friends. It was hot garbage. They agree, but we're leaving it up for now. We might delete it later. We'll see.
Tell us what the Mexico plan is, man. Come
Mexico
on. Don't
plan.
leave us in the dark.
So me and Taylor are going to Cozumel for our 2-year anniversary.
Ooh.
And
congratulations.
Thank you. Should be pretty fun. Little island adventure for us.
Fun.
So I've never been... I think I've been outside of the U.S. like once when I was like super young to go to Canada, and I like kind of remember it because raccoons ate all our snacks and drank all our juice boxes and shit all over our car. But
we've discussed this, and it totally was not the raccoons that did it.
It was 1,000% correct, dude. We had to get they were aggressive. These are the most aggressive raccoons you've ever seen in your life. I promise.
Was this
you,
a
dude.
personal conversation?
Yes, this was personal.
So we can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard this whole story.
No, dude. These raccoons were vicious.
No, like one of your parents like drank all your juice boxes,
dude,
and then you were like,
the raccoons were in the car.
What happened to my
the
juice
raccoons
boxes?
I saw the raccoons in the car drinking the juice boxes, dude.
No, this is why eyewitness testimonies are not like admissible or like police interrogations because you can fabricate memories. That's what happened.
Dude, I feel like I talked a lot of shit on my like grandparents in this episode. I'm gonna do it one more time.
All right.
So, I guess during that trip, my mom, they had like left or something. My grandparents had left, and like my mom was there with just the kids, like all 4 of us, and we're really young. And I guess my grandma walked out. She was like, I think she's like, "Don't break anything," like being like a dickhead about it. Like I don't remember the context. Like, or it's like, you better not like destroy this camper or something because we were camping. And my mom was like, "That's it. Like, I didn't even want to be here. Like, we're leaving." So we just left. And then on a separate camping incident, they're like, "Oh, you guys need to come like camping with us." Oh, like begging us to come. So we went, we stayed for like 2 or 3 days and then left. And then they posted on Facebook like pictures of like just them, the camper, and it's like well-deserved or like well-needed alone time or something like that.
Oh, way.
I was like, "You guys begged us to come out. What do you mean?" Come on, man.
Family pettiness is always fun.
Dude, there's so much family
I love
pettiness.
it.
I got a lot more lore in there. Maybe when Schmike's on, he can tell because he's the one that has the download on all of it. Shout out Schmike, dude. You got to come visit Wyoming. We'll have you on.
Oh, Schmike, please, dude.
We could do a traveling episode when his wedding comes around.
Dude, that's a year later.
That's true.
Well, you got to start planning these things, man. I feel like Schmike and I are kindred spirits.
Yeah, probably.
The name,
I think you'd like each other very much.
Well, Schmike, me and you, forget Joe. Pull up to Wyoming, we'll run it.
Yeah, I'm not here either.
Yeah, fuck you, Carson.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we should. If we ever make it big and do merch, we're going exclusively through Schmike.
Yep. You're right. Like for branding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so. Yeah. Well, he's kind of got stake in the game then.
Yeah, we already have it in.
There we go.
But
tell us about how you ask us how we're doing. Carson, I'm dying to know how you're doing, man.
I'm doing excellent here. We're rounding the corner, we're rounding third base. We're headed for home. It's golf season, baby, and that's where I thrive. I got out a couple times this past weekend. One of them was with our good host Joe over here. Been playing pretty good this year. 2 rounds here in the homeland and 2 rounds of par or better. So we're on the up and up here. I think it's going to be a good golf year all around here. Joe had a personal best round of golf on
technical
this last weekend. Yeah, but
technical. I think most of my rounds come with asterisks.
Why do we what's the
Well, a couple reshots here and there.
Yeah,
a
the
little
mulligans, the free
mulligans,
drops.
Free drops.
What was the final score?
97.
Hey, we don't shame.
I don't think I've broken
best.
100 though. So going from I think my best was right at 100. Again, a few asterisks on that one, but going from 197, 3-stroke best, I'll take that.
Also, Carson, what isn't a good year of golf for you? I mean, do you literally mean like it's just going to be fun, or do you mean like you're going to play well? Because if you're going to play well, I can tell you that the sun's going to rise tomorrow as well.
Well, dude, this guy, he told me Saturday he shot even, and when he played with me, he was 1 under.
That makes me mad, just so you know.
Me too.
Sorry, man. I've been doing this my whole life, so I gotta have something going.
Me
for
too.
me. I gotta have something going.
I've only
for
been
me.
doing it for 3 3 years now. Two.
Yeah, see, that's not bad.
This is
at
my
all.
third year.
That's pretty solid to already be, right around 100.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's definitely
It's great.
solid.
It's great.
That's been my goal for ever since I started.
And we're gonna get you even lower this year for sure.
Let's go. Yeah, it's embarrassing having to say, I have a 28 handicap.
I don't know if it is embarrassing.
Who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
Who cares?
I think it's embarrassing to shit on that.
Yeah.
Like someone's like, oh, really? Like, who are you, fucking Phil Mickelson? Clearly it's not working out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
See,
fair.
like I'll play with anybody, like as long as you're like fun to be around. You're not always chucking shit, which granted sometimes I chuck clubs every once in a while. But as long as you're not always pissy or something, you're having a good time and you're not playing super slow.
I was just about to say pace of play is big.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
All
like I said, I
care
take
about.
my reshots, but I still play fast.
Yeah.
I'm not slowing anything
Yeah,
down.
no complaints
if you
here.
play bad, play fast.
Yeah,
That's right,
exactly.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like I take a little bit of time to line my first putt, and then if I miss, I just like hit between my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rule.
I had a teammate in college who was so good at that. Like he would
Really?
hit it between his legs like all the time, and just it would go in every time.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
Me and Schmeik have noticed the phenomenon of if you like try really hard to like line up like a 4-foot putt, I feel like I'm gonna miss it more times if I just walk up and hit it.
Yes,
I don't know why.
I'm there too.
That's just me.
There's something about, okay, this could be completely wrong, but I've heard that in like Olympic or professional archery, when you pull back your arrow, you don't actually know when you're going to release it. It just, is this true?
What do you mean? Like it just kind of pops out?
Yeah, like the way,
They have triggers.
There's something. I'll pull it up afterwards.
There is like a release where it's like once you put so much pressure on it does, so like you pull back more, but you kind of have control over that. It's not like it's just completely random.
But the idea of it is when you're naturally doing something you've practiced so much that you're just going to be more accurate than when you overthink and you know exactly when you're going to release something. And I think that might be similar to putting,
I think it is. I agree.
right? Like you've done it so much, you practice.
line it up too much, you get in your own head.
Exactly.
Like, oh, is it going to break a little bit more than I think? Or,
Yeah, exactly. There's something about it. I don't want to like say anything definite, but there's something, and maybe it's not like Olympic archery, but there's maybe there was one archer who does it.
I used to play a lot of disc golf, and we had we'd always say, oh, the second one always goes in because like you like line up that putt and you just get in your own head and just completely miss, and you have another disc in your hand, just throw it right away and it goes in. Like
Right.
I've had that happen countless times.
Same thing with golf. I mean, the less you think, the better. Pretty much
Yeah.
always.
Oh,
I mean,
in every
agree.
sport.
I mean,
Just do it.
whether you
Nike,
Shout out. We're sponsored.
Nike head ass.
whenever you snipe one out of bounds, and the next one's always in because you're just not thinking. Player B is always better, as I like to say.
Nice.
And
I like
also
So real.
and also evidenced by like the more I drink, the better I play.
Right, because you lose a little bit of that like
Yeah,
nervousness.
Inhibitions.
yeah, and
Feel the rain on your skin.
no one else can feel it.
Oh, we just got copyright strike.
Oh, darn.
Man, this is it.
Dude.
Thanks for listening.
Minnesota Wild. We're watching the Minnesota Wild versus Sharks. They just scored and they just scored again. We're basically 18 minutes left in the third period, and it's 4-7. Insanity.
Someone just got a hat trick. I didn't see
Oh
who
yeah,
it
yeah. They
was.
threw. I don't know who it was, but I think it was the same guy.
Erickson.
It was Erickson.
Joel
Erickson.
Erickson.
Is that his fourth?
I think so, because I'm pretty sure they were like focusing on him when they threw all the hats on the ice.
I know he scored at least one
Oh.
in this game. I haven't been watching the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure that was his fourth.
Well, you know what? Speaking of scoring goals,
Oh my god, yeah.
what a transition.
Alexander Ovechkin, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Insane.
Cheers to that guy.
What was he at? Is it
895.
895 goals.
895? He didn't score any more that night.
No,
He was sat on the
just-
bench the rest of the night.
Yeah, just
Chugged a beer in the locker room.
yeah. He had a Coors. I know he had a Coors Light that day. And
So-
I saw that in the locker room.
I'm going to the Caps game on Saturday or Sunday, and we were hoping that he would hold out until then. But
That'd be crazy.
Those tickets would have been so expensive.
I was going to
though.
say, that's what we were talking about. Me and him were watching the game where he tied it, and he almost scored at the end. And we're
Yeah.
like, are they going to hold him? Or are they going to wait?
Yeah.
Do it at home? Guess not. But
Yeah, because they did it on the road.
Yeah.
He's an ethical goal scorer. He didn't break the record on an open net. You gotta respect that.
Yeah, but he tried like hell after they scored an empty netter and they left the goalie in. He tried like hell. He did like 3
every
more
time
shots.
it got to him,
Good.
he just
He had like 3 shots in the last minute.
Awesome.
That would have been insane.
He wanted to get it there. That would have been a hat trick too for the record.
Yep, that would have been
a pretty cool way to do it.
But it's really cool that he did it in like the same amount of games as Gretzky played.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Exact same.
Well, yeah, like 1440 or something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I think it's like
that's
1379 or something.
I saw that stat too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the exact same number. That's crazy. So it's not like, he got it because he played more games. He actually got it because he played in the same number of games, which is insane.
Could you imagine if he did it in less?
Yeah, that would be.
If he did it in that one game, he would have done it in less, I guess.
Yeah.
So
It's just really weird because in different sports, how the different legends treat the current players. Like in NHL, Gretzky's like,
he was so happy.
Yeah,
he was
talking about
there.
how much he loves
he's
him.
like, Crosby's better than I am, McDavid's better than I am, Ovechkin's better than I am. He cheers him on. And then like basketball is not like that.
Dude, Jordan.
And Shaq's so hateful towards the younger guys. And like, it's just funny. It's like, I think if I were a legend of the game, I would want like,
I don't watch a lot of basketball, but I've seen Shaq does not really like the younger guys, and Stephen A. Smith is an old head when it comes to basketball. Is there anyone that like is not that way? That's like not the commentators, I guess, but like the guys that are like talking after the game, like post game, pre game.
It's hard because like from traditional like old school hoops, like honestly, no. Oh, Larry Bird respects the hell out of LeBron. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he brings that up a lot. I would probably say that's the only one.
But he's not like a commentator though.
No, exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
They're all old heads.
Yeah, seriously, they are. But I get it. Like the way when I watch like Caitlin Clark play, I imagine that's how they were when they were like watching MJ play. Like I don't care what stats tell me that like the next female basketball player is better than CC. Like I'm just never gonna believe it. I'm be like, I watched it. It was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah, she was very good. I don't know. I didn't really keep up with any basketball, so I didn't really hear about her until she like did she break a record in college?
Everything, yeah, most points.
That's what I thought.
My story about why I like Caitlin Clark is so funny too, because she was all over my Instagram, her breakout season, which was 2022, 2023. And I liked her. She's obviously a good ball player. And then Logan, I was like, Logan, what do you think should be my March Madness bet? Because we were in Vegas. And he was like, we got to take Caitlin Clark in Iowa against whoever it was. I think it was South Carolina. And they were 16.5 point underdogs. And I go, Logan, go put $200 on Iowa plus 16.5. And he goes, okay. He comes back with Iowa money line. Oh. And it was like 200 to win 2,000. It was like
oh my God.
And she won.
Wow.
Iowa won. And I was like, all right, Caitlin Clark respects coin.
That's crazy,
She's awesome.
dude.
I love her. Like,
you know who does not respect coin, dude? Duke hates coin. Isaac picked Duke to win it all in our Mick Pick 3, and they choked the fuck out of their lead to Houston. Like that was they were doing very good that whole game.
Yeah.
The final four, both teams were ahead at halftime by not a commanding lead, but quite a lot. And just like lost it.
Yeah, and Duke was a late game, just pissed it away. And I mean, it was one hell of a collapse. And yeah, it was looking nice. I mean, our parlay, all three of us hit.
Yeah, the main crew here. If we wouldn't have had Isaac on, we would have hit one. But it wouldn't have hit for as much. But I don't know. It's tough to see that. Our cash out, I think I put $5 on it to win 105, and it got all the way up to like $60 something during that game. Also, Sharks just scored, so now it's 5-7. Insane. I think I got up to like $65, and I was like, nice, we're looking good. And then they lost, and I was so devastated. But I think I said if Florida won their game, I was going to cash it out. And, they're national champions, so maybe it would have been a good call if Duke had won, but who knows?
I mean, it's, like a lot of people, especially Duke fans, and I don't blame them, the foul on Flag was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But Houston held Duke to, I want to say it was 8 points in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And I agree. I hate losing, and I don't always use the excuse of, or I like sometimes like there are times where refs really do screw you out of a win. You play as hard as you can and you lose. But when it's down the line and you score 8 points in 8 minutes, credit to Houston's defense. I find it hard to be like, oh, if that wouldn't have been a foul on flag, it's like if you would have scored one more bucket in 8 minutes, so. Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like one reference that I love, like similar to that is like, in 2019 when the Sharks came back against Vegas in that series, and they were down 3-1 in the series, and they were down, I think 3-0 in the game, and then they scored 4 goals on a 5-minute a 5-minute major power play, and took the lead, and then ended up winning in overtime. And that
must have been a fun game to watch.
It was insane, like it was kind of a like the penalty call that like gave the Sharks that 5-minute power play was like it wasn't a great call. It was more just called because like of the result, like, the Sharks player was, laying on the ice, bleeding out of his helmet.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
And like it should have been at least a minor penalty. A major penalty, it was just kind of the refs didn't really see it, so they called it as a result. But it's like, and Vegas fans were complaining about that, gave away the series. But it's like also maybe don't give up a 3-1. Series lead, don't lose Game 6 at home.
So they did pull off the full comeback.
Yeah, the Sharks won Game 7.
Was it Vegas? I thought it was Utah.
No, Sharks. Oh. No, Sharks beat Vegas. That was 2019.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one you went to.
No, well, no, I wasn't. No, I didn't go to that.
I thought you said you went to Utah game where they were down. They got like 4 goals. in a few minutes,
I did see that
and
too.
They won in overtime.
I did see that too.
That's what I thought you were saying.
That wasn't because of officiating.
Okay.
I'm going because of officiating.
By the way, the jersey is peak.
Thank you.
He's got a Ovechkin jersey on.
I got the Ovechkin jersey on.
Black, gold, and blue. I like it. Speaking on refs screwing teams out of games, I want to get your opinion, Mick, on the 2023 season, Lions versus Cowboys. The 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Man, come on.
Called back.
Yeah, I think because it was a terrible call on Skipper, right? The illegal formation or whatever Skipper, it was. Yeah. I think
wasn't an ineligible man.
Yeah,
even though he did,
he checked in
and everything.
They're saying no, he didn't.
Completely terrible call, no question about it. My theory is after what had happened, I think you kind of get that like he got screwed and then he got his get out of jail free card back. I think at that point you just kick the extra point, send your better team to overtime.
I agree, but I think. Dan Campbell likes being aggressive. And at that point in the season, I think they were a 3 seed in the playoffs and they could not be seeded worse. And they could only improve. So I guess I can get going for it and not leaving it to a coin toss. But at the same time, you got to have like some faith in your team even if you're on defense.
100% with you. Like it was a total screw job. The worst one I can think of when it just like boils down to like, oh, well, don't make this difference. Don't do that was Saints Rams, the no PI call where, I think it was Breeze comes out of it tries.
Oh,
what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Now I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Along the sideline.
Yeah. Breeze throws like this slip wheel route type route to his running back, and he absolutely gets tackled before the ball gets to him.
Yeah, he got mauled.
Textbook pass interference, and it's a no call. And had it been called, certainly the Saints win that game. And then everyone's like, well, they still got it in overtime. It's like, I get that, but it's just what it was. Like that should have been it. So I have a hard time with you can never blame the refs, but
yeah.
But I think my point in the Duke one was like 8 points in 8 minutes is a little tough.
Play better. Right. I mean, I agree. Yeah, there are circumstances where you can blame the refs, and there are circumstances where it's like, okay, you can't use them as like an excuse because you played bad and you got like 1 or 2 bad calls.
Bingo.
Dude, I want to talk about teams screwing on themselves. Going back to the Lions in the 2024 season, 2 losses, 1 against Bills and 1 against Tampa Bay. I think the third game is Tampa Bay, and they weren't playing great, but they had a chance to get a field goal at the end of the half. And they had 12 men on the field, got a penalty, time ran out, didn't have the chance to kick the field goal. Lost that game by 1 or 2 points. And I'm not saying if they would have kicked the field goal, they would have won, but it would have been a different outcome, like coming down to the end of the game, I think that,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, they might have had a better chance if they had the opportunity to do that. But I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me! You sloppy playing, like
100%.
Come on.
Yeah.
So that one was tough, but whatever,
The really bad one for me was the Fail Mary. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was
Which one?
12 Packers Seahawks, and Seahawks just throw this like a Hail Mary basically in the back left part of the end zone. And I want to say it was Morgan Burnett for the Packers gets the interception, and all the Seahawks receiver, I don't remember who it was, does is just like puts his arm around Morgan Burnett and the football. And this was when the refs were in the lockout, so they had the replacement refs.
Oh.
And one of them
okay, this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, one of them started signaling interception while the other one signaled touchdown. And you should really watch this clip because it's as clear as day that it's an interception. And the Seahawks get the touchdown and win with like time basically expiring. So it's like, that's a really good situation of like, there's nothing, like if the ref would have just called interception how it was, it's game over, Packers win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a direct influence.
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
There's times like that where it's like, what the hell?
They brought in the high school MHSAA refs.
Yeah, exactly. We'll take a break and we'll show you it.
Okay.
Because it's crazy.
Let's see, and we'll talk about it.
See, like he's signaling interception.
Yeah.
I was thinking about mentioning this too.
So he clearly has it, right? Like he clearly has the football.
Wow.
Like there's no good angle. But look, he like just has the football, and the Seahawks receiver just like has his arm around it.
That's wild. What was the one like I don't know. I don't remember. Like it was like had something to do with like a fumble and like Tom Brady and Seahawks or something like that. What was that one? What was that called?
It's my least favorite play in NFL
I think it's
history.
everyone's least favorite.
It's the tuck rule.
Tuck rule, yes.
Oh.
As my favorite defensive player of all time being Charles Woodson and having that happen to him. It's so, and this get me going on this tangent with the whole no one rides, the refs don't ride anyone as hard as they ride Patrick Mahomes. Dude, they invented a rule. Huh?
Sorry, Sharks just scored again.
And
Now
that's
it's
a
6-7.
That's a hat trick.
That's a hat trick?
Hat trick from Ackland Celebrating.
Any hats getting thrown out there?
Wow.
Probably. There are 2 hat tricks in this game. This is electric.
This is a great game.
7-6.
That's crazy. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. But they don't know how, like this new generation of football fans do not know what treatment Tom Brady got. And they didn't invent the tuck rule for him, but it was like the first time ever implementing it. And it was implemented incorrectly. Like Tom Brady was just sitting there ready to do nothing. Woodson strips him from behind. Raiders win, go to the first Super Bowl, and I guess they went the year before, 2 years. But regardless, they should have gone to the Super Bowl, and it makes me so mad.
Damn, that's tough. But do you guys want to do a little blind ranking?
Let's do it.
All right, so today we are drafting poker-related things.
Heyo.
We usually do 5. We're doing 6 today, guys. You got a pen? My notepad?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta scribe this down so we can get a little recap of who had what after.
I think if we were born thousands of years ago, Joe, you would be the group scribe.
Group scribe, dude. I love clay tablets. They're awesome. We made some when I was younger, and scribe shit on them, and then they dried, and it looked awful. You couldn't read anything on there. It was so bad.
So maybe you wouldn't be the scribe. What would my role in the village be? Prostitute.
Village idiot.
All right. All right.
No, that's like, it's like the medieval times jester, the village idiot.
There we go.
Ridiculous.
One time we made stuff like we were doing like a probability assignment for for statistics class in high school. And so we all made like these little dice and we're trying to see how how statistically or, how close to, real they could be. And it was fun until it was our first period class. And one of the kids had died over the weekend.
Oh,
and so that was pretty intense. And so his dice was just like sitting there, and the teacher was like, yeah, I don't really know what to do.
That's like
So it was pretty
tragic.
it was pretty sad. Yeah. It
Oh my
was,
God.
You're laughing. A kid died and you're laughing.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It was really sad. I mean,
Oh my God.
but
All right.
let's play poker.
Let's play poker. We got
Deal them out.
that was intense. We got 6. First one we're going with. You guys want to do this together or separate?
Separate.
Separate.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got.
Nick and I are not alike beings.
Yeah, that's fair.
pretty true.
And that's okay.
That's why we're good friends.
All right,
Yep, and that's
first,
why we kiss on the mouth.
It is true. Opposites attract, baby.
first and foremost, winning with 7-2 offsuit.
Is the bounty on?
Sure.
That almost makes it worse.
Okay,
like
then
if,
no. I don't know. Okay, actually, no. Winning 7-2 offsuit, bounty off. Yeah.
right? Because like you're just doing a
You're just
stone
for the
cold
love of the
bluff.
game, dude.
For the
Yeah,
love
you know
of
what?
the
Bounty
game.
off.
I love when a good bluff goes through. Like the adrenaline you get from that. I'm putting that at 3, I think.
Damn, I was going right there too. I'm gonna go 3. I like it. I like it.
Like pulling off a stone cold bluff is one of the greater things, and then showing it.
Oh my
dude.
God. Well, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
funny enough, that brings us into the second one, bluffing like a maniac.
Oh well, Carson, I'll let you handle this.
I'm not a big bluffer. I will sometimes, but I like to save my bluffs for, really kind of a one big bang. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
One big boom, and
Boom.
so I like to kind of play my cards, for value, and then so I don't do it a lot, but bluffing like a maniac is still pretty fun if you really don't care. I think I'm just gonna go 4 here. It's
All
close.
I think that like when you get a dealt hand like ace queen and the board comes out dry, you don't connect anywhere, and you turn it into a bluff, it feels way more natural than when you just get dealt 7-2, you're not going to win that hand. The only way you're going to do it is with bluffing. So here, I think it's just a part of poker. I'm going to put it at 4.
Okay.
It's a strategy that you have. Winning with 7-2, that's like you came and meant fucking business.
All right, so you guys got the same list so far.
We do. We could have done it
The
together.
different beasts.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, next we got that friend that refuses to fold no matter what.
Oh.
They got 10 high after the
Are-
river and
are-
they're just not folding.
Are they winning or are they losing?
Yes.
I mean, it's like what we in the business call this is a call station, and it can be good. But if you're at a home game, I'm putting this at 6. It's really annoying.
So
Yeah, it's
annoying.
very annoying at a home game.
Man, it's either 5 or 6 for me. I'm thinking the same way. But I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go 5.
Just try to
shake
switch it up a
Switch
little
it
bit.
up.
Yeah, I'll switch it up.
Because this could be 1, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Because
That's what I was trying
you
to
can-
like. Do I go higher?
You can totally
yeah.
exploit it, but it
But at the
gets
same
annoying.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of jammed in the middle here. It probably would go in the middle for me, but I don't have the
Fair
spots
enough.
anymore.
Well, like, because that just destroys your ability to bluff because they're going
Right.
to call you like nothing. Like,
yeah,
fucking
and see,
nothing.
that works for me, like because I'm I don't bluff a lot, but it
Sure.
completely crushes your game if you do bluff.
I do be bluffing though.
All right, we got flopping the nuts.
Does it stay the nuts?
Not necessarily. You got like nuts, but it could get better.
I swear every time I flop the nuts, I fucking lose. So I'm gonna put this at 5.
I'll go 2 here.
All right.
Leave
I like
myself
it.
1 and 6 here.
I get, like-
this could be 1, but there's something
Something you're waiting for?
Yeah, I'm thinking
All
about
right,
it.
we got Mick and Mac both got 1 open and 2 and 6. 2 for Mick, 6 for Mac. So for our last one,
Better be winning and all in.
losing your rent money.
Yes.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
There's a movie where this guy goes on a tangent about how he's like, we're addicted to gambling, not because of the rush we get from winning. He's like, because of the asshole puckering losses that make you like realize how good life is. And I agree. I'm putting that at 2. You got to have one of those losses you're like, oh my God, like my parents are still like with me and love me. And
At least I have my family, my friends.
Exactly.
Like, it's going to be okay. We'll make it through this.
Yeah, you'd start like holding your heart, holding your stomach, regulating your heartbeat and breath. Yeah, those are great. I love that at 2 for me.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I thought you were going to be upset that those 2, but you made it work. I like it. All All right, so I guess both of you guys got number one, and I guess the last pick that's gonna be number one for both of you is heading on down to Paul's Poker Palace.
Oh,
The sponsor of this episode bought us beer and pizza. So
cheers.
Let's hear a little word from them, Mac.
You're looking for a night of high-stakes fun, friendly faces, and definitely legal activities? Come on down to Paul's Poker Palace, where cards are hot, the snacks are suspiciously good, and the back room is absolutely off-limits. Highlights include a $20 buy-in, complimentary beverages poured from unlabeled bottles, poker, quote-unquote poker chips that may or may not be traded for favors, legal ones, of course, totally legal. A mysterious guy named Vito who's just here for the atmosphere. Located inside Paul's garage, just knock 3 times, wait for the red light to blink, then say, "I'm here for the Texas Hold'em," and then wink twice. Paul's Poker House. We're just playing cards. And if anyone asks, you've never heard of us. Paul's Poker Palace, I should say. Paul's Poker Palace. Totally just poker. Definitely nothing else.
Wow. I wonder if there is something else.
There might be something else.
Well, it makes me think there's something else.
I want to meet this Vito fella.
I do too. Vito sounds interesting.
I played a few tournaments over at Paul's Poker Palace, and let me tell you, it's a great time. Great food always. We do it's a $20 buy-in, and I think half the money gets paid out that night. All that money gets paid out that night, and then $5 rebuys. That money goes to food for like the end of the year.
Nice.
And we always have a big old brisket, and it's very delicious. It's a great time. And then when you get out, you play the side games.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome. It was funny. The very first time I played with them, when I got out, I made the final table, and I got out pretty early in that. We played the side games, and we were just like, you know what, $1. We're just going to deal you 5 cards face up. Best hand wins. I get dealt a straight flush.
Oh, no
straight
way.
up. It was crazy, dude. I was like, man, too bad this wasn't like, 5-card poker where I'm betting a little bit more. I could have cleaned house with this.
Yeah.
But no, it's always a good time there. If you've ever had the chance. Who plays there? Schmike.
Oh.
Schmike has played there. He loves it there.
Shout out.
Who came up with the name Paul's Poker Palace? Schmike.
Yeah,
Nice.
Schmike, get out to Wyoming. We need the vibes. Vibes are lacking currently. So
What?
no
We're not good enough?
disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just
Jeez.
saying.
God.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
damn.
No, it's fine.
What do we chop liver?
Yeah, come on, man. I almost put like over 12 and a half goals on this game. I should have done it.
Oh, dude. Such a hook.
Oh, man.
I might have said this before, but I won a poker tournament at Thanksgiving at my uncle's house when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And
Yeah.
it was like legitimate.
I think you told us. I don't think I don't know if the pod knows or not.
I don't know, but my uncle was pissed. And if I bring it up, my uncle still is like, that's bullshit.
He's still not over
Yeah,
it.
even I won legitimately, and everyone will attest to it. My dad's like, yep, you kicked our ass.
Dude, I'd play poker on my dad's BlackBerry, and I just go all in every hand. So then when I finally played poker with my family, I was like a really young kid. I was like, all right, guys, check out this strategy. All in. I was out in one hand. I don't even remember what I had. It was nothing, though.
Have you seen I saw it on Twitter, I think. But I think it was originally posted to maybe Reddit. And it was like this guy who's a comp sci major, and everyone in their comp sci class needed to build an AI, or not an AI, but a coding system to play poker. And then they would have all the codes play poker against each other.
That's fun.
And he forgot to do his assignment. And so the night before, it was like, if
All in.
dealt cards, then go all in.
Did you win?
And he won the whole thing.
Yeah, I bet because they all just kept folding.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Nobody knew what to do.
I love that.
That's so funny. I love that one.
That was pretty much your guys' strategy.
That's so fun. Even if they had pocket aces, they want to go all in. Like
I know, right? Like that is,
you would think
that in what is it? It's like Poker Ninja or something like that. Like the database to look at how to play hands.
Oh, you're talking about I don't know what it's called, but like the
pre-flop
range.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like every time aces are just like a 4-bet jam type stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's so, I love that. The first time I won a poker tournament, I was at a summer camp with my cousin. And we just stayed in a cabin with a bunch of kids we'd never met before. And we had cards, and we bought a bunch of Mentos at the store there. And we're like, these are the chips. Let's play poker. I won the tournament, so I got to keep all the Mentos and ate them. And looking back, everyone had like, it was just
All
on
their
the, it was just
grubby
on the, I was going to
hands.
use the word grubby too. Yeah. They just had like Mentos on a bare wooden table.
Yeah, no.
Kids, dirty ass hands who, I don't know if they had a shower there. One of us would have showered and I was like, dude, let's go. I can eat these.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Dude, I was a younger man back then.
I would have done that. I was a fat little slut when I was a kid. I would have totally done that.
That's crazy.
I would play poker with my brothers, and if we'd play like a heads up, just both of us. We'd play, and it'd get to the end of the hand, and I'd be like, okay, show your cards. He'd show them. I lost, and I was like looking at mine, I'd be like, I won. All right. I wouldn't show mine. I'd just take the chips. He's like, damn, you got me again.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I'd cheat the fuck out of them. Well, there's no money involved. We're just playing. But
Right.
It was very fun.
So, do you guys care if I completely steer?
Let's do it.
So, I was telling someone about my podcast this past weekend, and they asked, "What do we talk about?" And
some bullshit.
Right. I was just kind of like, just dude stuff or whatever. And they were like, I think you need to talk about the important things. And I was like, no, we don't talk about the important things. And they go, no, like you need to talk about like who would win in a fight between a silverback gorilla and a grizzly bear. And that made me, it was a debate I had in high school, but we were in a college class. I like completely took over the entire lecture, the entire hour-long time we were there, of if the entire, and I think we've had this conversation maybe like briefly, but if every animal got put into like a Fortnite map where it's like got all the different biomes and you don't know where the circle is going to close, what animal comes out on top?
If the circle's closing, they know to go to like where it's not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all injected with like, from like Rick and Morty, like Purginol. So they know to kill. They know the goal and they know, but they can be like smart and sneaky. Like if that's like a mountain lion's thing, like it knows to kind of stalk a little bit, but it knows that they're trying to kill each other.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I still like the silverback gorilla, dude. The opposable thumbs.
No.
Well, I'm trying to think of like every animal. You think like a blue whale's going to live?
There's,
it's going to dry out.
Sea animals are excluded from this topic.
Okay.
What you got, like a rhinoceros? Is that you? Rhinoceros kind of guy?
Yeah.
No, for me, it was, well, I guess I'll wait for my answer. I'll let you guys, because I've thought about this for a very long time. I know my definite
That's
answer.
true. I didn't even think about a rhino. I didn't even think about the African animals.
Yeah, you got to get that.
Because I was going to say polar bear, but I think a rhino would.
You know who would probably win is like the modest mouse. He'd probably just hide.
The humble mole.
The humble mole. He could burrow underground and just wait it out until like the other one starves to death.
The humble mole.
The Modest Mouse would also has the hit song "Float On." So I think
yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think musically,
Musically,
they would
definitely.
shred.
It has an
Well, I don't know. There's the gorillas.
Oh, nice.
Other animal bands. Other animal
Yeah.
bands out
Yeah.
there. Battle of the bands, animal style. Who's winning?
Well, if there's a hard of hearing Jungle Cat, I think Def Leppard would take it down.
Nice.
Come on, man. They can't even hear that, but it sounds like shit. They're like, yeah, this is good shit. I like it.
That or Thundercat.
Oh, nice.
Thundercats, like the anime.
Okay, really quickly, before we get on this topic,
Yeah, let's get back to what you asked.
what I want to continue, the hippo, I think, has a good chance.
See, I thought you were going to say hippo, but the hippo's slow.
No, the hell they're not.
They can rumble.
They're
The water.
fast as they're like 30 miles an hour in the water.
Yeah.
And on land. They're fast as fuck, dude.
No, dude, they're fat as fuck. Okay, yeah. That's the thing, like animals, they're fast as fuck, but like they don't have the training that like humans.
But what kills
Yeah,
a
I mean,
hippo?
Humans are slower, but the endurance is insane.
But what kills a hippo?
Dude, I told you the rhino.
I
Just
don't-
jab him
The
in the
rhino's
side.
a good answer, but
I think a rhino's just as fast as a hippo would be.
I'm in between those two, honestly. I think.
rhino hippo. We can agree that would probably be the main card event, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd purchase that. Pay for
The elephant
pay-per-view.
is good. Elephant
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, that's up there. But I think the other two are doing a little more damage.
Well, now we got to think of our favorite animal-based.
We got to see who
bands.
Chat GPT thinks would win this. It's reasoning right now, speculating hypothetical fight.
The humble
let's
mole.
talk the humble mole. Let's talk. Oh, here we go. Reasoned about. Just give me an answer, dude. Playful conclusion. If forced to pick one champion in this absurd crossover battle, one might lean toward a creature that combines. Okay, is it going to give me an animal or no? the beaver.
Hell yeah.
No.
If forced to pick a champion in this absurd crossover battle, one might lean toward a creature that combines adaptability, strategic coordination, and unexpected resourcefulness. Many might humorously nominate the beaver. It builds it surprisingly tough when defending its turf, and it symbolizes that sometimes the underdog or under construction creature wins when the game's rules are turned on their head. And the answer is the playful blend of fantasy, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
The conniving beaver.
You know what? The only reason the reasoning is absurd, but the only reason I could come up with is like if they like build a dam and like trick all the animals to like get
dude, they like built the
spikes.
spikes. They're building the spikes to like for the fort. Also, Sharks, another goal, 7-7 tied game.
How could a beaver kill a hippo though? If
the
it's
spikes,
a 1v1,
dude, it's going to trick it to run in the spikes and kill itself.
No, it's not going to do that.
I don't know. I didn't come up with that answer, dude. That wasn't me. That was just AI. I saw something that's like, AI bros have like fed so much slop into like the learning algorithms that every like future thing is just fucked.
I saw something that was like, I don't envy future historians because how will they know what pictures were AI generated?
Yeah. It's kind of easy to tell. Just look for the sixth toe.
But imagine how good it'll get, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no in a year. It's been.
No, I'm kidding. I believe it.
All right.
How'd you do that?
Because you were going,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But what do we got? Animal bands here.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
are we going
I'm
like
still sticking with Modest Mouse at the moment. I
mean,
think they mog.
I think if
you got to go Eagles, don't you?
Oh, never mind.
Scorpions even?
Scorpions.
Nah, Eagles mog Scorpions and Modest Mouse.
I agree.
I think if you were to put Dumbo in an enclosure, it would be
Cage the Elephant.
Nice.
My man. All right, I'm going to keep trying that because
Keep trying. I don't know if I like that.
I would have gone there.
it's a great little bit. You can play at home as well.
Play along.
Yeah, play along. Tell us who we forgot at the end of this when we're done.
Yeah,
so who do we have? Modest Mouse, Def Leppard, Eagles, Scorpions, Cage the Elephant. Was there anything else I'm forgetting right now?
We might have said something else.
The Gorillas.
Thundercat.
Thundercat. Sure, I guess.
I'm kind of running out of bands here, though.
Yeah, I might.
The Steam is out already.
I didn't prepare for this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, this is off the cuff.
But we got a pretty good amount in there.
I think we did.
I mean, if potentially there was a canine that was perusing around suspiciously, it would be
perusing around suspiciously.
What?
So,
Yeah.
Houndmouth.
No,
that's a band. Though.
What's a canine?
A dog.
It's not a band. This is a person I'm talking about.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
No, it's Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Come on.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
He's always
perusing around suspiciously.
Yeah. Dude, have you ever watched that?
No.
My girlfriend's dad was playing it for a while. I'd watch it. I'm like, dude, this is like the funniest show of all time, dude.
I thought you were going to say your girlfriend's dad looks like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I was like, say you're sorry.
He does not have long blonde hair,
luscious locks.
Well, if we think
of Christ,
if we think of any, we'll just shout them out. Like whatever we're doing in the rest of this episode, just shout it out, and we're like, oh,
just
nice.
randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If there was a canine whose name was Nate. What you know about Nate D-O double G?
This one's
looking for a couple bitches with some double D's.
Yeah.
That one's over my head.
That's Nate Dogg, dude.
I know.
Is there any like beaver named bands we can share? The Beavers.
Oh, how about this?
Oh.
I'm not going to lie. I used my good friend Google, but here, quit it, put it away.
I'm using my chat GPT.
What if it was, no, you got because you're in the guessing.
You just Googled.
Mode. Yeah, but you're going to be guessing.
No, I am. I'm just like.
Put it away because you'll see them. If it was a very cold primate, it would be
Arctic monkeys.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Hold on. Quit looking.
Oh, dude.
All right.
What about the scarabs?
The scarabs?
Yeah, the scarabs. You know the beetles?
Oh, how did we miss that?
Probably because it's not spelled like beetles, spelled like beat.
We're out to lunch on that one.
Okay, what if it was a very pale python?
A white snake.
Nice.
What about if it was a royal or navy or baby colored clam
Oh, Blue Oyster Cult. We just talked about
Yeah,
this.
we did, dude.
Joe and I just talked about the Blue Oyster Cult on Sunday.
Okay, I'll do one more.
What about a? Who did I just have in mind? Hold on. Let me. If there was a blackbird that was.
Counting crows?
Yeah, I didn't get
nice.
to do
That didn't
it.
even
so,
come up on
all right.
Google for me.
Well, I think there's also the black crows.
And
Is
there's
that one
Sheryl
too?
Crow.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Right? What is happening
Okay.
right now?
I don't know. Do we need to move on? Are we,
Yeah, I
are
think
we milking the fuck out of
Are
this?
we beating a dead horse?
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. I knew Beaver was there somewhere. I had this one song in the back of my head, and it is by John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Oh, nice.
I knew we had Beaver somewhere.
And
That's what I was looking at.
Speaking of Beaver, when you, from where we live, when you drive.
Speaking of beaver,
no, this is
women. We love you.
Yeah.
this is actually where it's going. When you drive to Vegas, there's a little town on the road we take called Beaver, and there's a gas station there where you can buy like mugs, much
yeah.
merch, and all it says on
the
it
wild
is
one in overtime.
all it says is "I heart Beaver" on it.
Damn.
And that's great. Also, sorry
that's
about
kinda
Is
that.
there? Is it? I think it's a city. I think that's what it is in Canada called Regina.
Yes.
Awesome
There's
name.
a song. Have you ever heard the song?
No.
Experience Regina.
I would love to experience some
pull it
Regina.
up.
Same.
Also, this one came up in my chat GTP search. A band from the swing revival era and with a quirky name uses squirrel, highlighting playful energy and eccentric style. It's squirrel related. Let's see if you guys can guess the name of the band. It has the word squirrel. It starts with the word squirrel. It's got 2 words after that. I want you to hear some guesses.
Squirrel girl hurl.
Doesn't rhyme.
Good.
Okay, but it doesn't have to.
Squirrel
It doesn't.
power fuck.
Squirrel power fuck.
I'm sure that's so close.
It's closer than he thinks, I guess.
Squirrel power fuck is close.
I mean, no, but yes, I guess. Depends on how you look at it. Do you want to take a guess, Carson?
No.
No, it's the squirrel nut zippers.
How is that close?
Well, like nut zipper, power fuck. I thought it was kind of close.
It's somewhat close. What is this?
This is the Beavers.
Can this get copywritten?
They're not going to. No one's listening to this that's going to care. What is this? This is not a real song. This is like a parody, right? This is the song that the city of Regina uses to get people to go, like, and their what do you call it? When
It's
it's like an advertisement for your city.
This was posted by Tourist Boards.
Oh, well, there you go. Come visit Regina, the tourist board.
This song, I had heard of this song before, and then this song got a lot more popular because it was featured on Letterkenny.
Experience Regina. Is that in Regina?
What?
Is Letterkenny in Regina?
No,
Oh.
it's
I know it's in Canada.
Yeah, it's in Sudbury, but it was Regina.
Experience Regina. Guys, we're going to go experience Regina.
Yeah.
We should take a trip to Regina,
Yeah,
dude.
podcast.
They got a racetrack
what
there.
part of Canada is it in?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that means nothing to me. Where's that at?
It's in between. It's in
Dude,
between
fuck Canada.
It's in between Alberta and Manitoba.
That didn't help me.
It's
Where is it in relation to like Toronto or BC?
those are two very different.
Well, I know, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
in between them.
Okay, well that's why I was taking the 2 extremes because I thought it might be close to one of them.
It's like right in the middle.
Right in the
So-
middle. Okay,
so you got-
listen, that gives me a much better
Okay,
idea of
so
where it's
if
at
you're
than
going-
Alberta.
Well, okay. So if you goes BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, then Ontario.
Listen,
Okay, I
you're
got
From
talking.
east to west.
I got
You're
you.
across the
talking
bottom.
to Americans.
I was going to say, I think
uncultured
I've
Americans.
said it on this podcast. I'm very American pilled. I don't know shit about
okay, so-
Canada.
Name a U.S. state and go up from there.
The Montana North Dakota border.
There you go. That's a.
Ohio, Michigan.
Why did Ohio start getting hate? By the way, what was
Because
that?
that place sucks
Hey,
ass,
man,
dude. Have you ever driven through it?
It's not that bad. I
Dude.
spent a summer there.
Dude, it's got
Where?
LeBron.
Dayton.
No, it doesn't,
It
dude.
had LeBron.
The LA Lakers have him as their lead swinger.
They had LeBron. It birthed
Twice.
LeBron and it birthed Steph
Twice.
Curry. Did you know that? Did you know that Steph and LeBron were born in the same hospital?
Akron?
I did know that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts.
Me, when my town's name looks like Acorn. If I was dyslexic,
We're really episode 9's off to a good start
this.
here, boys.
I love
Dude.
this. And we can go,
I already got the episode name. Experience Regina.
yeah.
Experience Regina.
We can go even more off the rails. I found this.
I love it.
In our local, one of our local news outlets here. This came across my desk this
This
last
is the
week.
arrest.
No, that's fun to look at. But I've got something that is very interesting. I haven't heard of a while, but I have done this before, and I can go to that in a minute here. In our local area, an unidentified individual has been throwing cheese at cars throughout the local area and has been yet to be caught.
Where is this at?
Throughout
Here.
in our local area here.
Shut up.
In this city that we're in right now.
Throughout the month of March, slices of cheese have been spotted along streets and within parking lots, always on cars and always the same kind of cheese. At least 2 reports of the aftermath have made their way to social media. If the cheddar chucker is spotted,
The cheddar chucker?
please take note of the location. Areas where the aftermath have been spotted include this random street, the Walmart parking lot, and around the cemetery.
What?
Who's chucking cheese at the cemetery?
Show make the picture of the cheese chucker.
This is
It's some AI slop.
yeah, and I gotta tell you,
No, it's not.
Wait, is that real or is that AI?
What?
I can't tell. The photo.
Yeah, dude, this is real. That's actually,
Historians are going to think the cheese chucker looked like that. The Wyoming historians
this-
with the infamous cheese chucker of 2025.
that's actually the cheese chucker right there.
see, I've
seen this
blue.
guy. I played basketball with this guy.
Oh, yeah,
With the guy in the picture or the description?
No, the guy in the picture.
Oh, okay.
He was-
Dude, I bet he was a god.
Wait, does he? He was really good. He just threw cheese at people the whole time.
yeah.
And you said you've done this? Let's speak on that.
I've done this before. I have.
Wait, you've been holding out. That's fucking awesome, Carson. That's a great find.
Well, yeah, we haven't since our last episode. It just came across my desk, but
Yeah.
so
Your desk.
I've done this before. One I know at least one listener of our podcast was an accomplice. Yeah, and so the story goes is that before I was dating her, my ex-girlfriend got her car cheesed randomly at her house, and so I didn't know really anything about it other than that her car had been cheesed fairly recently before I met her, and then she refused to get her car washed, so she took off the slices of cheese, but there were still stains of cheese, and I'm like, please go get your car washed. I will go wash your car. It's like, please.
She's like, no, it's a battle scar.
Dude, must have. So fast forward to a while later, we had broken up. A couple of my friends. I was at one of their houses. We were drinking, getting ready to go out, and someone brought up the cheese thing, and one of my friends was like, "What if we do it tonight? What if we do it to her?" I
Are
was
you
like,
the cheddar chucker?
"Not here, but
In a former life?
in a former life."
Oh my.
So we went to Walmart, got a shit ton of craft singles.
They're like,
And-
yeah, this is fine.
And her car wasn't at her house, but luckily and unluckily for me, I also knew where her ex lived, which is probably not a great indication of our relationship. But so her car was there. It was in fact there. So we covered it in Kraft American cheese slices. And
Covered it it was.
Head to toe, baby.
not a ton. I mean,
But you blanketed it.
Yeah, not necessarily blanketed it, but I mean, there was cheese on the mirror. There was
Nice.
cheese on the grill, all over the place. Let's see. So she texted me later that week. She's like, did you do something to my car? And this is the only time I've gaslit somebody. I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like,
You're fucking crazy.
She never mentioned the cheese.
You sound insane!
She never mentioned the cheese, but she's like, "Oh, something happened to my car. I was wondering if it was you." I was like,
No, I didn't put cheese on it.
No, I didn't put 37 craft singles on it.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
that's I don't think she ever found out. We kept it
Good.
pretty.
I'm sure she knows, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
She had an inkling.
She was pretty stupid.
Oh, she listens, dude.
But, I hopefully one of the accomplices listen to this and we get a good laugh out of it. But
I'm sure
I haven't told too many people that. So to all 4 of our listeners, you get a good story.
My funniest food related car injury.
Injury.
Yes. So it was a really, really snowy March while I was in college, and my ex-girlfriend was like, I'm going to go fill up my car. And I was like, babe, no, like you shouldn't be driving in these conditions. I'll go fill it up for you. Just trying to be a sweet guy. So I go fill up her car and I was like, I'm going to be an extra sweet guy and I'm going to go get us McDonald's. So I go get us McDonald's. And I get us a large chicken nugget meal each and 2 large caramel frappes. And I drive back, and as I put it in the back seat, and I go open her back seat, and I grab all the drinks. And before I close the door, I didn't have anything. I cartoon slip 4 feet in the air, throw frappes all over the inside of her car and window. No. Food goes everywhere. It was the cleaning it took to clean, because it stained the window. It was how the soda ash buildup on it looked like you could not see through it. And the cleaning it took to remove that off the window and on the inside, and the food that was just scattered around, found years later, for me just trying to do a good deed.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm going to go Carson mode with the dice. At our town, we had a couple of pranksters throwing stuff off a bridge into the highway. And they're like, oh, you know what we should throw off here? A cinder block. They threw it off. It went through someone's windshield. They crashed, died. And these were high schoolers. And I think wow. I don't know if I think they all got charged as adults. And I think the one that actually threw it got the worst sentencing.
Jeez. What?
And I guess it was just recently. I don't think the other ones got out of jail.
Wow,
and this happened when I was
crazy.
a sophomore in high school, and I think they just got out last year or something.
Shut up!
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, that's a bad decision.
What made you think it's a good idea to throw a cinder block?
I always think about that. I think
it just started with rocks, though.
And then sometimes you're kind of oh, they're kids. What are they? But when I was 16, I would fucking know not to throw a damn cinder block off of a bridge into oncoming traffic, right?
Yeah.
That's wild, though. That
insane stuff. Yeah, they're it was the town right next to mine where they did it. I drive under that bridge, when I go south.
Yeah. Could you imagine you're just I'm sorry.
You're on your way to church and then you just cinder block crashing.
You're going.
You get fired, no severance for your family.
You're just coming home, you're like, fucking goddamn it, the only thing that can make today worse is the cinder block. I'm so sorry.
No, that's actually so funny.
I'm so sorry.
Imagine you're on the way to sign the divorce papers. You're like, dude, today's awful. Could not possibly get any worse.
Oh, fuck.
Guess what?
I think it was just one person in the car, which awful, but I don't think anyone else
trolley
got
problem
hurt or died.
you can
trolley
either,
problem the
you can either not drop the cinder block or
oh no, you're thinking this all wrong. You either have to drop this, you have to drop the cinder block and kill one person, or you have to drop it and kill 10. Which one are you going to do?
Yeah, fair enough.
If we have to drop it, I guess we're going to kill one guy.
Oh my fucking God.
The trolley.
They just got out to the bridge, and they have no way of. They can't take it back. You have to drop it.
Oh my!
we came all this way with the cinder block, and I don't really want to carry it anymore, guys. What should we do with it? Let's throw it off the bridge.
Oh my God! I can just imagine this guy just going, "Fuck! What could make today any worse?" Holy fuck, that's so evil. I feel so bad.
Imagine what it's like for fish. If you do that if you do that on a bridge to a river, it's probably like Nagasaki.
Throwing some TNT.
Oh my
I used to
TNT fish.
No. One of my favorite things as a kid was like take a bottle rocket and like hold on to it to the last second, kind of throw it up and it goes up. Another fun thing to do was like hold them.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
What?
He was a football player, got his fingers blown off lighting fireworks.
Well, these were just bottle rockets. And you have like a long stick. You have a stick that's holding them super far away from your fingers.
Yeah.
But I would hold them. I think I would do this in bottles. We would hold them and we'd aim them into our pond, just shoot them in there and watch them blow up underwater. So that was always fun. But every once in a while, you'd have one that would go off and it didn't go anywhere. So it was just still in the bottle and you just drop it and run. Just like, get the fuck out of Dodge, dude, for you get your blow up before you blow up.
One time we started a fire in our neighborhood because of fireworks. One fell on its side and just shot everywhere. It almost burned my neighbor's house down. But
Are you going?
no, I'm done. That's all I had. It didn't kill anybody though.
So we had this like 5-year streak where we started a fire on 4th of July.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we had the worst luck. But one of them wasn't even that bad. And I'm going to mouth this so that these two know who it is. But just for you guys know, it was one of my friends.
Oh.
So we were...
I-O-plane.
It was like my family and a couple of friends. And we lit off a bottle rocket, and like where we live is super dry, and it got put into the like sagebrush, and it started a fire probably the like size of this table, very small, right?
Did it spread?
And no, not really. And so we're over there, we're kind of stomping it out. No one's really freaking out. Like this is not a big fire. And we turn around and our friend is like fucking bawling on the phone with the police department. And he's like, there is a raging fire. There's a raging fire.
There's an inferno here. Get down here now.
No, but the word he used was raging, and it was like not big. So the entire fucking like fire department comes.
They were pissed.
They show up. The fire's out already. They're like, we'll shovel it, but next time don't call it a raging fire.
That's awesome. You know, I think this is a good segue to talk about. We're recording on a Wednesday now, and we're gonna have to record on Wednesdays or Fridays from now on because
a good segue,
I have joined our city's fire department. I will be a firefighter soon.
For he's a jolly good fellow. He's a
Dude, I'm pretty excited, and you know, kind of like I kind of want to bring it up, talking about making fun of that guy dying.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to deal with that.
I was gonna say they told me they're like, you know, these guys, like as fucked up as it may seem, they kind of like even on scene make fun of like the dead people
there's
that
no
they
other way
see
to go.
because if you
way.
don't like. You're going to have, if you just try to internalize that, you're going to have a terrible time.
Well, did you know weekly they have Bridge Cinder Block Day where they just start killing people?
That's how they deal with it. They just start throwing cinder blocks off the bridge.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, it's going to be fucked up to see stuff like that. And I guess you got to talk about it. But
yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's sick.
It probably won't be, I think, estimated like 8 months till I start going on calls, but I'm starting the training now. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a great group of guys. I know some of them already and they're great people. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun. But yeah, my dad, he used to be a volunteer firefighter before he went to law enforcement. So
that's awesome, dude.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, if you're going to do it, make sure you like do it, you know, like if you're not all in, don't do it.
You got a full ass thing.
You really do. So yeah, this one is 100% full ass.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we take breaks just so that we don't get lulls in the conversation. And during those breaks, we usually say the most unhinged things. And we're thinking one day we're going to release a Micmac Joe After Dark. So if that's interesting to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be on our Patreon. It's going to be starting off at $2,000. You don't get anything, but you get to listen to, no, only a month. It's not that much.
Okay.
$2,000 a month. You're going to get to listen to those episodes. There's no real perk other than that. At $4,000 a month, we're going to send you a personalized text saying thank you. At $6,000
once a year.
Once a year, you get it's
And you isn't even spelled out. It's just the letter.
It's just hey, thanks.
No, it's just thank you in all lowercase.
At $6,000 a month,
Joe will make it clap.
I'm gonna make it clap on you. I'll let you touch my tattoo on my thigh that has a bud on it, so you can do that.
That value proposition
Great
increases significantly.
But don't worry, we're not done yet. At our highest tier.
I would like to mention real quick that every level you go up, you do not get the perk of the previous.
No, you have to buy.
You have to buy
yes.
each one.
Yeah,
Correct.
obviously, right.
And at our highest tier, $10,000 a month, you're gonna get a video recording of Mac, our buddy Carson here, using the hard R. So
Really?
yeah,
That's
it's a one-time thing though, so you might as well cancel it after that month.
Yeah.
because we're not going to send you it again.
yeah. I don't think I've ever done that. So
Yeah,
that would be a
he's
very
not.
very rare.
Yeah, so
thing.
that'll be a PR nightmare when that happens, but
That's right.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll have that
We'll
up.
ship it over to our receptionist Jeff, and he'll figure.
Jeff. By the way, I got a
Jeff.
buddy with the middle name Jeffrey, spelled Geof, like that way.
Like
Nice.
giraffe,
yeah, Geoffrey.
Geoffrey.
And I don't like it. He knows I don't like it, so I'm not even.
I don't think he likes it.
No, he loves it.
No way.
I know. And like, people have the audacity to be like, well, Michael, it should be spelled EAL, not AEL. And like, first of all, that's wrong. Second of all, I guess I can see it.
Michael.
Yeah, right. But this one is
Michelle.
like Geoffrey is objectively not. That's incorrect. Like it should be Jeffrey.
Dude, I remember when I was a little kid, I found out Michael spelled with a CH and not a K. I was like, this is bullshit, dude. You can't just do that.
You're telling me I was thrown into it.
You were in a
man.
mental pretzel after you found that out.
Yeah, I was born into this. I'm like Bane. I was born in the darkness.
I don't know what it is,
Born
but
in the
it
dog.
seems like nobody can spell Carson right. Like if I'm at like a
There's no
Coffee.
way that's possible.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but they spell with a K, they spell with an E.
Well, I do
They
have a.
spell with a-
Karsin.
I have-
there was a running joke of like one of my internships, one of my bosses for a week like could not get my name right. Like he kept calling me like Carlson or so
Hello, Mr. Tucker.
so all the guys were like got in on the joke, and for the rest of the week it was like 2 days they called me. I'll show you like the list. Like there are like
Read a few.
20 names.
I love
20
Carlson.
names that stars. So I wrote them all down, and some of them don't even start with C. We got I'll just read them all here. Chester. We had Carol Baskin.
That's funny.
That was hot when that was
That
going.
one's funny.
I'm
Cervix.
going to steal some of these.
Camel Toe was one of them.
Camel Toe.
Cheshire Cat, Carlito, Charlo, Carrie Underwood, Charles. Charles was a nice one.
Chester's still my favorite.
Okay, Charles, Christopher, Carla, Camel Crush,
Nice.
Contraceptive was a nice one. Another Charlie.
Female or male contraceptive?
No comment. Chimichanga was a good one.
Nice.
Chewbacca, Cucumber, Clinton.
Clinton.
I don't know about that one.
That's funny.
Chesney,
Clinton.
as in Kenny, and Chelsea, just to name a few.
I think
that was over the course of like
Wait,
2 days.
I got one for you. What if someone like spelled your name kerosene? Like,
Very good.
Carson?
Well done.
You get it? It's just
Okay.
kerosene.
Okay.
Fuck.
See, I think there's a natural male yearning to call people by their non-real,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
but people just get dubbed some other shit.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my friends, we had like 3 Ethans in the friend group. So we just called, his last name was Taljanic. We just called him Talj. Dude,
Yeah.
I would love if my people called me Talj. That's such a sick name.
That's cool.
There's, shit. I met a dude with the last name Bolger.
Nice.
What a bulge daddy.
Yeah, right? Like, you've got a lot of flex. You could name your kid like Pants.
That's a great idea.
Come
honestly.
on, man.
Like,
What names could you go well with?
Fat.
Bulger.
Fat Bolger.
PHAT.
Yeah. Big Bulger.
Fat middle name ass. Fat ass.
Fat ass
Bulger.
That
Bulger.
is Bulger.
That's like that would win. That might get in our names draft.
Okay, if you could rename yourself anything, but it had to be a cuss word, which one are you choosing?
Queef.
Douchebag.
Really?
I don't know, dude. You just put me on the spot.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I gotta think. Probably cunt.
really?
That one cuts hard, dude.
Actually,
one
and
cuts through.
it fits your personality. You do give cunt.
I'm a cunt, dude. Cunt. If you yell cunt out in like a crowded room, it just cuts through.
It does.
everything.
Unless you're British, and that's just like normal.
No, it's more
word.
Australian.
Yeah, I'd say more Australian, but yeah, I think you get a few cunts out in the UK.
Yeah. For me, I'm a big retard guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm going cock.
That's not.
No, actually, Dick. That's the obvious answer. Dick.
Richard.
It's a real name, Dick. Yeah, I'll be Dick.
Okay. How do you get Dick from Richard?
You ask him
polite.
nicely.
Yeah, there you go, dude.
You know, something I was wondering the other day. I had one of my friends send me a video that he was at midget wrestling. You know, one thing,
As you do.
One thing I was wondering: when midgets die, do you think
Oh
they
my
use
God.
a PT Cruiser as a hearse, or is it like a real?
They probably use like a
regular-
matchbox as like the casket.
This is crazy.
A matchbox car is the hearse.
There you go. Is that or like
PT Cruiser is
Tonka,
crazy,
a
dude.
Tonka truck? You know,
Dude, the Tonka dump truck, you just throw their lifeless body into the grave with that thing. It's the one the RC wants, so you don't have to touch it. It auto actuates up.
the battery dies.
It's like going up, they get stuck, and they're just like sliding down. It's got like that sound of like going down a metal slide. Just
The battery dies, and the guy comes in with a hard hat. He's like, oh. Guy comes in with a hard hat to like change the battery, and so he proceeds.
he just picks up the truck, starts like shaking it really hard.
As the midget's limbs fly all over the place.
Oh, I think they prefer little people.
All right, well, I actually
Dwarves.
saw that Snow White movie flopped a
yeah,
few weeks ago.
that's
You know
what I
why?
heard.
You know
Did
why?
it?
You know why it did flop?
I heard because
Why?
there was no dwarves and they like CGI them in after.
Well, you know what I think.
Allegedly, I didn't watch it.
I think it was because of the actress. It's not.
I heard she was a cunt. Snow cunt. Yeah,
I
one
mean,
movie, Snow cunt, flopped. Cunt ass actress, dude. Why are you saying it's so cunt? It's like so bad, but like,
Yeah, it is
how can
kind
it
of
be
a
so
bad
bad
one.
when it's so fun to say? Dude, it's
they all are.
like you don't even need to know what cunt means. You're like, yeah, that guy is a cunt.
I-
Like it's like a word that you're like, yeah,
It definitely flows.
man, dude. Hopefully you're not listening to this out loud anywhere.
I agree. We've said some mean words.
That's okay though, dude. Just don't be a cunt about it.
Cunt.
We're gonna do some cunt ASMR. Cunt. My mom listens to this.
My mom listens to this too.
My mom told me she was going to catch up on all of the episodes on her flight back from Florida, and she did. And
What are her?
she loved it. She thought it was funny.
Did she think we're funny?
I think she said she did. She said she loved the episode with Isaac. She said that one was hilarious because he's so random, which, yes, very
Yeah,
true.
no, that's a very good.
That's a great way to describe him.
She found everything out about Isaac in an hour and a half. Which,
Yeah, well, not everything, but
no, I mean, you get the whole idea of Isaac. Isaac's a very
the
open
idea
book,
of him, yeah,
right?
I guess.
But Isaac is somewhat of an enigma. He's always working on like personal growth, which I respect.
Does he ever grow personally,
but he
though?
actualizes like 0.8% of it.
Okay. You know, have you seen that? We talked about morning routines last time. There's that one I saw recently since that episode. That one guy that's like, he's like, I changed my reality. My day is 6 hours, or 8 hours, or something. I was like, dude, that's Isaac. He's like, he has to change his reality.
Have you seen like that clip gets put on like an asteroid cratering into Earth, but it's just his face, and he's like, I've manipulated time. Like my days are 3.
My days are 8 hours. You know, like like by the time you've had one day, I've already had 3.
Yeah,
Do that in a week, I'm ahead of you. One year, you're not catching up. 5 years, we're living totally different lives.
But my favorite part is like 1 year, you're toast.
Yeah, 1 year, you're toast. That's what it was. You're cooked, bro. You're dead. You're not, dude. So so 1 year for him, or 1 year for us is 3 years for him. Average lifespan, call it 7 years. He's going to be 210 years old by the time he dies. If he dies at 70,
Like
for us.
How
Oh
does
yeah, play the audio. Put it in the mic.
Just like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago. That's bananas. I've compressed and condensed time. I've bent it. My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy. You're crazy for thinking it takes 24 hours, just like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago. My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6
So does
p.m.
he, like, sleep?
to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt. Stack it up over a year, you're toast. Stack it up over 5 years, my entire life is different than everything else.
you're toast.
Yeah. So-
sourdough white or
I hope
That-
it's sourdough.
That is how Isaac is manipulating his reality to finish this movie by doing that.
So does he like sleep for
He
like
probably-
2 hours? Does he like take 2 hour naps?
I don't know how
like,
he does it.
every one of his days.
You could probably get away with that.
My theory is with Isaac is that he's doing the opposite of that. He's manipulating time
So
to where 3
Really
days.
trust is fun for him.
3 days is 1 day.
So he just
Guys,
like,
it hasn't even been that long since I tried working on
It's
this.
literally been 4 weeks. Isaac, we're 30.
yeah, it's like he sleeps for like 18 hours at a time.
No, I saw that video though and just instantly thought of him talking about how he's got to manipulate his reality to get this movie done.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Is he really working on a movie?" I was like, "Well, kind of."
I mean, allegedly.
Well, he was just in. He said he's got to get his stuff from Laramie, and he was there.
Well, he goes on these little spurts. It's like maybe 2 weeks at a time where he makes great progress. He does all the filming he needs.
But did he get his stuff from Laramie like he said he had?
I don't know. He didn't record a thing. Like, and that it's hard. I love Isaac, and I know he listens, and hopefully he uses this as motivation. But he doesn't do it. Like, he's like, yeah, I need to do this. And then never, ever, like every time he's ever asked me or Seth to film, we go do it like very willingly. Like, we want to get this done. And then we're like, Isaac, just tell us what you need. And he's like, yeah, dude, I just got to edit. I just gotta. And I'm like,
We told him to send us a trailer to put on this. And he
That
sent
was
like
terrible.
a 30-second video of like a very poorly done stop motion animation of a car traveling from Wyoming to LA. And like you could see hands moving the car and some
and
of
like
the
coughing in the background.
and like the map is like moving. It's never one place. It's like
There's even more funny parts. Seth said that Isaac, it took them like 3 hours. And by the end of it was so hot that you can see Isaac's sweat drops on the map, and it was like distorting the map.
He said that to us. I was like, what the hell is that, dude? I'm not posting that for your sake, pal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It made me laugh so hard.
And like, I've seen the first 15 minutes and it's good. Like, it's really
Was
good.
that in it?
No, yes.
All right. I'd like to argue with you.
But it has nothing like
Yeah.
past that. It's like good.
We cut like straight from that to like a car driving. I was like, okay, here we go. And then it ended. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that part is good. Like, do you remember Babylon, the movie with Margot Robbie? And
I never saw it, but I really want to.
so you should,
It looks
first
really
of all,
good.
because
Stacked cast.
dude, super. And like like the maybe you've seen trailers or something, but it's like like the music in it. Like, Isaac is clipping that into the middle of our conversations, and it's super well done. Like, it's funny. It's clearly like he takes inspiration from Babylon from it, and it's really well done. And you like are kind of like you're watching it, and it's like, oh, this is funny. Like, you're laughing. You're kind of intrigued into like what we were doing, or at least I was. Maybe I have a bias, but it's a movie, and he just needs to finish it because I think people would want to see it.
I made a documentary for high school and for cross country. And that was pretty cool. It's fun doing stuff like that. It's just like I was supposed to like do it during like the fall semester, and I just totally put off recording anything for it. So I just like I would make people wear GoPros on runs and like
Isaac Core.
just took like videos and pictures of like from meets that parents had and had people send me pictures and stuff. So, and then like, so I was like, okay, I finally did it. Now I can start like editing and stuff. And I just put that off until the spring semester. And then COVID happened, class got canceled, and like they let me take home one of the computers to edit it. And I did it. I finished it in like a week. Like it really didn't take me that long. I just didn't want to do the work.
And I don't want to shit on Isaac, but I really think that if he were to do it and set his mind to it, filming would be a day and editing would be a week. We could do this in
Something like that. Editing, you might want to do more than a week.
month. Fuck it.
It depends on how
2
much you got
months.
to do. Yeah, 2 months.
It just
seems
should not
reasonable.
be 3 fucking years.
It depends on like also like the time that
Oh my
he
God,
has
3
to put
years.
in it. Like I said, it's just you just have to do it, honestly.
Fuck, dude. LA felt like a day ago. 3? That can't be right. Wow. Holy fuck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, dude. You guys all look different. So like the recording, new stuff.
Yeah.
What else does he need to record?
He needs, I don't know. He won't tell us. That's the other really frustrating part about this is like he won't, what you've seen is only 10 minutes shorter than what I have seen. And I don't know the plan. Like, I don't know anything.
How much usable footage do you know he has?
Lots. He has lots of usable footage.
Okay. And it's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's tough.
It's annoying. Isaac, finish it.
Isaac, get her done, baby. Alter your reality so your days are 1/3 of ours, not 3 times what we are.
Listen, I saw a Jeep today that on the back of it said "Get her done," and on the front said "Got her did." So be like the front of the Jeep.
Can we cancel vanity license plates?
No, they're awesome.
I love license
plate covers. I will say.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't like license plate covers.
Like, okay,
I have one for my school.
I do too, but like bad ones. I've seen a few lately. One of them said, "I'm Italian. I'm perfect," and I would like to submit to the jury Benito Mussolini. I don't think that guy was necessarily perfect.
Yeah. But what about Luigi Mangione? He is perfect.
I agree. Yeah.
How about not license plate covers? Let's cancel stickers that say stuff like that on cars.
Yeah, like crazy
cars that say like "I love pussy" like, on the stickers, or like that, like the one that says it's
quit
like
talking shit on my truck.
Dude, we need to bring back truck nuts though.
I've seen like 5 of them in the last month.
I've seen 0 ever.
Yeah, those have not gone away.
I keep saying did I say we need to bring them back or get rid of them?
You said bring them back.
Bring them back. I've never seen any. Bring them back.
I've seen like thousands.
So you're saying get rid of them. I'm saying bring them back.
I'm saying I like where it's at. Show them.
I've seen enough on the road. I'm happy with the number I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, we're content.
So speaking of Isaac messing up things, and he messed up our parlay as we mentioned.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna try and get another winner for you guys.
But we're locked in because it's MLB. I'm seeing it well right now. Carson's seeing NASCAR like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Yes, yeah. but I have to submit that it is Masters Week. And
Masturbators Week.
Good.
Nice.
Do you have your pick?
Yeah.
Do you have your pick, Joe?
No, but you guys go ahead and I'll get one.
Okay.
Also, we're recording on a Wednesday. This post Saturday, so hopefully you're following the Instagram and you see our picks early, because all I'm seeing for baseball is Thursday games.
So as an avid gambler, someone who's gambled a lot, and on the MLB, I'll always preface it by that. I try to give a little bit of advice. The advice I'll give you is if you're trying to bet an over or under, or a team, if you're just trying to bet money line in baseball, first of all, if you're going to bet money line, take the run line. It's good advice. If you think the Yankees are going to win, take them for the run line, because they're probably not going to just win by 1 run. You get boosted value, blah, 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 blah. The advice that I'm going to give you, that I'm going to use, is if you're going to take the over under because you like the pitching matchup or whatever, then don't leave it up to chance. Take the first 5 innings run line, or take the first 5 innings over under, because what you're betting on is that your starting pitchers, you think that they're not going to give up runs. So I like the Bailey Ober versus Michael Wacha matchup in the Twins Royals. I would take the under. I think 8's good value, but I think instead I want to do the first 5 inning run lines of under 4.5, because I don't think that those 2 pitchers are going to give up 5 runs. And that's going to be a -120 bet. Under first 5, 4.5.
All right, I like that.
Yep, I'm gonna go to the Masters. NASCAR, of course, have been hot. I don't even know where they are this week, because I knew I was picking Masters because I have to.
Fair enough.
Because it's the Masters. I know last week I don't even know if I would have fired off a NASCAR pick, because Darlington is so unpredictable. But I'm gonna go. Last time I checked, it was -166. I'm still loading here. I guess we'll have Joe calculate in the final here, but it's Max Homa to miss the cut. He's been playing like stinky garbage all year.
Nice.
All year. He hit, I think, this year the Masters has like range data, so you can like see how many balls like guys are hitting on the range throughout the week,
really?
And where they're hitting them. Yeah. And Max Homa has hit the second most balls on the range, so he's trying to find it. He's struggling. And he hasn't really played very good all year, even the last couple of years. So, I feel like that's decent value. I feel like that's a kind of a hot pick because he's been so bad. But Max Homa to miss the cut at the Masters at Augusta.
I like it. For me,
final leg.
Bring
us home.
Phillies, Braves, Nerfy. No run first inning.
We love a Nerfy.
I love a good Nerfy, dude. 0 runs in the first innings.
What does that come out to?
Well, I couldn't find his pick. Did you find yours?
Yeah. You kind of have to go to
golf. 1 1 second. We're in the golf. We're in the Masters. We're in to miss the cut. Is that on here?
You gotta go. Go scroll across the top.
Oh, here we go.
Make miscut.
Scroll
down to miscut.
Miss the cut. And you had who?
Max Homo.
Max Homo?
Yes.
His fans are considered homosexuals.
Nice. That comes out to
166.
plus 438 on odds. $10 to win 43.
I love that parlay.
Yeah, it's
who's the Phillies pitching matchup?
Give me a second. I gotta take one more look at that.
Because the Phillies are banging it right now.
Yeah, but they are, I guess, predicted to lose the game.
God, did they play the Dodgers?
They play the Angels.
What?
Sorry, not the Angels. Sorry, the Braves. I don't know. I said Angels.
Oh wow. Okay,
Michael's Luzardo versus Schwellenbach.
Okay, that's a fine pitching matchup. But listen, if you want,
Schwellenbach went nuts for me on fantasy last week. He got me 52 points.
He's doing well too. Listen, that's Michael's sneaky secret second pick is take Phillies money line if they're dogs. They are hitting the shit out of the ball right now.
All right, I'm gonna throw them in there too.
For
me.
Okay,
for me,
okay,
I'm throwing those in there. But came out to 438 for that. If you wanted to throw that in there too, it comes out to 881. $10 to win 88.
There you go.
I'm putting 5 on there because I had a $5 free bet. 4406. So there you go. I think that's gonna do it for us. I don't think. We mentioned this already. No episode next week. I'm gonna be gone, so we'll take another pause in that. We'll probably won't make you guys suffer through another 4 inches, 4 hosts, though. Don't worry.
Sorry, guys.
I think that's going to do it for us.
Right on.
All right. Bye.
Love you.